Respectfully, shouldn't that be done by a commission or the city council, not a mob in the middle of the night throwing it into the harbor?
People will do what they do.
Into the harbor?
People will do what they do. Well, I'm not a big, I don't even have my grandmother's earrings. I'm not a big, let's see what we have in terms of monuments in this. I'm more interested in what people have accomplished. I think that it's up to the communities to decide what statues they want to see. I think that it's very important that we take down any of the statues of people who committed treason against the United States of America.
People who damage or deface federal statues or monuments will get a minimum of 10 years in prison.
I don't care if it's a George Washington statue or a Thomas Jefferson statue or a Robert E. Lee statue. They all need to come down. Sometimes what it is not acknowledging that this country was built upon a very violent past that resulted in death and the raping and the killing of my ancestors. So I'm not going to allow us to say that it's okay for a Robert E. Lee but not a George Washington. We need to call it what it is.
All murals and stained glass windows of white Jesus and his European mother and their white friends should also come down. They are a gross form of white supremacy, created as tools of oppression, racist propaganda. They should all come down. Shaun King is the most famous Black Lives Matter leader in this country. Black Lives Matter is now more popular than either major political party. So don't be surprised when they come for your church.
There's a sense of immunity that they have, that they can trash these things in front of us and we will do nothing. They can walk into a church and pull down the statue of Jesus and we will do nothing. So what's next? Mount Rushmore, the Statue of Liberty? Are we going to stand by and just watch these things defaced and pulled down and torn down?
They're cultural evolutions. We saw them in ancient Corfu. They've been in the French Revolution, Chinese Revolution. They always have a minority of the population. It's not about the icon, the statue. It's about humiliation and power. So if you're going to take down Teddy Roosevelt at the National Museum, why don't you go up to Mount Rushmore and blow Teddy Roosevelt up? But you don't want to do that because the people in that area of the Dakotas might resist.
We are looking at long-term jail sentences for these vandals and these hoodlums and these anarchists and agitators, and call them whatever you want. Some people don't like that language, but that's what they are. They're bad people. They don't love our country. And they're not taking down our monuments. I just want to make that clear.
The American Museum of Natural History wants Teddy to take a hike, as in Teddy Roosevelt, the Rough Rider, the former president. A statue that has been there of him on a horse is now being suggested to go. It's been there since 1940. But people discovered that a Native American is on one side of him, an African American on the other, and that just won't fly.
The statue clearly, presents a white man as superior to people of color. And that's just not acceptable in this day and age. And it never should have been acceptable. So I know the museum feels it's best to take it down. I support that decision.